Bota 300k aqui, YouTube HD, tá? Então primeiro, antes de a gente começar, vamos dar uma olhada nas novidades, que saiu muita coisa, né, de LoL esse último final de semana aí. Então vamos ver quais são algumas novidades que a Riot Games soltou aí para a temporada 2024, certo? E aí a gente vai assistindo e eu vou reagindo e vambora, né? Let's go. Ai, o copyright, Riot, porra. Copyright, Riot, por favor. Não me dá copyright. Tá, beleza. Copyright. Tá, Heart Steel, milho. Nossa, teve milho esse ano, né? Caraca, o milho é desse ano, velho. Meu Deus do céu, eu joguei muito com milho. Olha lá, SKT, aê, Campeonato Mundial, Arena. Joguei uma partida de Arena, até hoje. A Nafiri, verdade, teve Nafiri esse ano, Huey. Teve a atualização do Aerosol esse ano. Caraca, mano. Quanta coisa que teve esse ano, hein? Só não me dá copyright. Temporada 2024,
Hey folks, I'm Andre, also known as Medler.
And I'm Jeremy, aka Right Brightman. Welcome back. We hope you all had a wonderful and happy holiday season.
eu tive,
and
obrigado.
we're really excited to welcome you to season 2024.
Obrigado,
Now, we're filming this video in early November, so
Caraca.
anything that happens between now and the start of the season won't be covered in this video.
Entendi.
Today
Tá bom.
we're going to be joined by more folks from across the league team to talk about some of the things coming in 2024,
Tá bom.
like ranked updates, new champions, some information about Arcane Season 2, and some updates on esports.
Now, before we get
Sports,
started,
yeah.
don't forget that when you jump into a game in 5 days, Summoner's Rift is going to look and feel a little bit different.
tá.
Get ready for some new
Esse a gente viu.
objectives, map changes, and updates to the core item
E
system.
tem, a gente viu isso,
And as a reminder, Season Start Cinematic is going to be releasing next week on January 10th.
Eles vão falar da Cinematic? Porque, né? A última tava pegada de ruim. Tava ruim. Vamos ver essa daqui. Ranqueadas. Vamos falar de ranked. Tá.
Hey everyone, I'm Matthew Long Harrison, the lead gameplay designer for League. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you all about some of our thoughts on Ranked,
Tá.
some of our learnings from the changes we made last year,
Tá.
and what we want to do this year to help make your climbs better for season
Tá,
2024.
quero. Esmeralda,
Last
né?
year, we added Emerald tier and increased LP gains to
Não
help
cheguei.
alleviate any pain from increasing the number of rank resets each
Foi
year.
quase.
And while we've seen an overall increase in match quality, there were some side effects that moved us away from where we want to take Ranked.
Tá.
We've seen much larger differences in visible ranks in games,
Sim.
meaning many of you saw players with different ranks in your matches, like
Sim.
a plat player in a silver game. So
Também.
we're making some focused improvements on how the rank system evaluates players' skill to reduce these situations. These changes will be going live when you start your rank climb next week.
Tá.
The changes should help resolve some other pain points, such as losing more LP than you gain, even with a positive ranked win rate overall.
Bom.
And also help with differentiating between Smurf accounts and new players.
Isso é bom também.
As always, we'll be closely monitoring these changes, as well as your feedback, to make adjustments as needed. Best of luck in your climbs, and welcome to Season 2024.
Tá. Beleza. Ok. Tá, vai ter mudança. Ele falou isso, vai ter mudança. Mas que mudança que vai ter? Tá, campeões.
Hi everyone, I'm Lexi Gao, aka Raya Lexical, the Champions team lead.
And I'm Soap May, also known as Soapbox, production lead on the Champions team.
We've been working on Skarner's
Skarner!
update for a while now, and we've been polishing him up to be ready for his big day.
Nice.
Meanwhile, he's getting ready for some fun too.
Deus.
Last time we talked about Skarner, we showed his gameplay,
Tá.
but we never really talked about his lore.
Skarner was a founding member of the Yuntal, where he helped guide and shape
Olha
Ishtal
só como
into the prosperous
Skarner tá,
region it is
cara.
now. He is, however,
Eita.
very suspicious of the outside world and believes that Ishtal should be isolated to be safe. And he will not hesitate to run down intruders to keep it that way. We are currently finishing up Skarner's VGU,
Ah, ele taca a
and we
pedra,
can't
né?
wait for you to skitter across the rift in the
Verdade.
first half of the year.
After Skarner, we're working on two
Calma,
other...
quando que vai sair?
Skitter across the rift in the
Na
first
primeira
half of the
metade
year.
do ano, tá.
After
Comecinho do ano.
Skarner, we're working on two other champion updates. The first one is for a champion we haven't talked about before, but plays a pretty big role in a show that maybe you heard about. Arcane. We want to bring their arcane version to the Rift with updated visuals and VO, while also giving
É a
some
mina
love to their
do
gameplay.
coiso.
You can expect to see them early next year after the second season is over. As
Pera.
for what comes after the arcane-inspired VGU...
Calma, volta. É a mina, qual é o nome da mina? Eu esqueci o nome da mina, pera.
Champion we haven't talked about before, but plays a pretty big role in a show that maybe you heard about. Arcane...
Ela é a mãe da menina que fica com o Jace. Eu esqueci o nome dela. Qual é o nome dela? É de Noxus, ela é de Noxus. Arcane... personagens. Porra, qual que é o nome da menina? Ambessa Medarda, ela mesmo. Tá. Ela é mãe da... De quem que ela é mãe? Da Cassandra? Não, não é da Cassandra. Eu não lembro o nome da menina, da outra. Mas é a Medarda, é? É a Ambessa Medarda. Show.
We want to bring
Da
their
hora.
arcane version to the Rift with
Da hora.
updated visuals and VO, while also giving
Legal.
some love to their gameplay. You can expect to see them early next year after
Comedor
the
que
second
vem.
season is over. As for what comes after...
Ah, depois do... É no ano que vem só. Ah, então isso é só pra 2025 só, chat. Tá. Porque a Arcane vai vir o quê? Vai vir em novembro? Dezembro? Por aí, né?
Arcane-inspired VGU. We're excited to announce that we'll finally be tackling Shyvana.
Chivana!
She has a great theme and has become an iconic part of the league roster.
Olha como vai ficar a Chivana! Porra, os bração da mãe. Caraca,
We're
braba, hein?
thinking about refining and progressing who she is and tuning up her gameplay instead of a complete overhaul on her narrative and themes.
Por favor, deixa ela virar um dragão normal. Por favor. Deixa ela virar um dragão.
Think more Udyr and less Skarner. But we want to be transparent about her timeline. Shyvana's VGU will not be released until 2025 after the Arcane VGU.
Okay,
Tá.
now on to the new champions. We've been teasing a cute,
Tá.
small ADC that will be swooping into the Rift soon. Me Smolder, the
Smolder.
fiery fledgling. Look at our cute little son.
Ai não, é dragão! Ah, corram!
Tá.
Pelo menos
Tá.
eu vou a árvore de novo. Oi, eu sou o Smolder.
Que isso?
Minha mãe também falou oi. Quem é o melhor dragão?
Caraca, ele chama a mãe e a mãe Vral.
Não, eu sou o melhor dragão. Mãe, como é o nome
Tá.
dos foguinhos perto das minhas orelhas?
Skill, tá.
Beleza. Isso aí fui
Esse aqui parece a skill do Aurelion Sol, que ele tá voando e baforando. Então, ele bafora, ele é papapá, entendi.
eu? Olha o que eu sei fazer.
Interessante. Interessante.
Aí sim! Mãe, você viu isso? Eu acabei com ele!
Tá. Falar do Smolder é difícil porque assim, a Riot, ela tem um negócio de lançar campeão bonito, pá, set, pá, Huey, pá, né, campeão tipo, né, com físico, meio humano, pá, tal, pra querer chamar a atenção da galera e a galera comprar skin, normal. Aí quando lança bicho, às vezes lança uns bichos meio, né, que a galera não se apega muito, entendeu? Tipo, acho que o último bicho, assim, bichão, da hora, acho que foi a Belvete, tá ligado? A Belvete foi tipo, caraca, mano, puta bichão foda, tá ligado? Nossa! Sei lá, tá ligado? A Naafiri, beleza, a Naafiri é um cachorro, mano. É um cachorro! Polêmica? Não é polêmica. Aí me veio o Smolder. Quando falaram que era um ADC dragão, eu já pensei o quê? Pô! Um dragãozão assim, olha um sol, pá, baforada. Quando eles soltaram o teaser do Smolder, eu fiquei tipo, é um Spiral isso aqui, né? Pra quem não conhece, é o Spiral, né? Quer ver? Deixa eu mostrar pra vocês o Spiral. Cara, eu olho pra ele eu olho pro Smolder, eu vejo o Spyro, cara. Aqui o Spyro. Aqui, ó. A minha câmera tá na frente. Ó. Não consigo mexer na minha câmera. Aqui, ó. Ó, o Spyro, cara. Eu vejo o Spyro, mano. É isso que eu vejo. Tá ligado? Eu olho o Smolder, ó. Cadê? Aqui, ó. Ó, eu olho o Smolder, eu vejo o Spyro, mano. É isso que eu vejo. Saca? Será que talvez essa seja a maior inspiração deles? Provavelmente. Mas... né? Enfim. E aí a Riot não sabe muito fazer, né, bichão. Tem que fazer um bichinho fofinho. Mas vamos ver, né? Pelas skills que me mostraram agora, eu fiquei, tipo, um pouco mais empolgado. Que eu falei, ó... pelo menos eu acho que vai ter uma mecânica legal. Mas vamos ver. Vamos ver como sair.
One of the goals we had for Smolder was to make a straightforward ADC.
Tá.
As all of the recent ADCs we've released are high skilled champs or very non-traditional.
Tá.
Helios, Samira, Zeri, Neela.
Tá.
We want to fulfill the fantasy of a little dragon
Olá.
who is focused on honing his fire-breathing skills.
And while Smolder may be working on his skills, his mom is never too far in the distance and is always ready to make an appearance when he needs her the most.
After Smolder, we'll be heading further north to cool off from all that dragon fire. Our Vastayan solo laner is someone we've been wanting to bring to the Rift for a while.
Vastaez da rota solo.
But the last time we tried that development took a bit of a detour and we ended up with Silas.
But not to worry, the Champions team is back on the case and is focusing on making a new mid-range mage. We have another
mago.
champion in the works who...
Mas vocês não acabaram de soltar o Ruei? Que também é meio mago? Vocês soltar mais um mago?
who should be a familiar face to all of you. But we're gonna hand things over to Riot Brightmoon and Meddler to talk a little bit more about our new upcoming champion.
Last year, we shared that Arcane Season 2 would be releasing globally this November.
A skin do Dragão Sur Spyro. Então, provavelmente vai ser tipo... eles vão ter alguma skin, alguma croma que vai ser igualzinho ao Spyro. O Spyro em si, eu acho que não. Mas vai ter alguma coisa que vai ser inspirada, certeza, mano.
Everyone at Riot is really excited by the show, and we've been inspired to bring Arcane into game more. We're excited to show you a small preview of one of the things the League team's been working on. So the first bit of Arcane
olha lá,
releasing
a
in the
besta
League will be
medalha, olha lá.
Essa, Medada. She'll bring Noxian domination to the Rift. And much like how she is in the show, she won't be for the faint of heart in game. Don't let her large stature fool you though. She brings
legal,
both strength
legal.
and speed, sidestepping attacks with surprising agility.
And Bessa's only the first piece of Arcane coming to League this year. To celebrate Arcane Season 2, we'll have Arcane-inspired gameplay and a new VGU, new skins, as well as a few other surprises.
Surprises,
I am so excited for the new season. I hope you are too. Can we show them a clip? Maybe just one?
Okay, one, but just a short one.
Ai, eu vi isso aí. Ai, isso me arrepiou, tá? Olha, olha, ó. Nossa, isso me arrepiou demais. É o Sigurd, meu Deus. Mexer ou não mexer? É o Sigurd, cara. E não só o Sigurd, né? O homem. Ó. Nossa, mano, olha isso, velho. Caramba. Olha isso, olha este Warwick, cara. Olha este Warwick, cara. Olha esse WW, mano. Tá muito pica, velho. Muito zica, cara. Será que é o Vander? Que era o cara que cuidava da Jinx e da Vi? Talvez, né? E o Sigurd pegou o corpinho dele? Talvez. Nossa, ela tá muito irada. Nossa senhora. Show, show. Arcane, bora. Maestria de campeão.
Hey everyone, I'm Evan Humphreys, aka Riot Revenancer, the lead system designer for our motivations team. We're responsible for creating and maintain the various systems around the game like loot, honor, in champion mastery, which is what I'm here to talk to you all about today.
Tá bem motivado ele
Champions are the
fala.
most central part of League, and we love the dedication that a lot of you have to your mains.
Sim.
We want Mastering Champions to be a meaningful experience that lets you differentiate more between players who play Champions some and players who play them a ton. So, we're uncapping the leveling system and letting you show off exactly how much you play your favorite champions. Levels 7 through 10 will unlock new versions of the Mastery emote, and after that, we'll add an evolving number that displays your total Mastery level from 11 and beyond. And don't worry, your current champion Mastery points will carry over to the new system. So if you've already grinded to Mastery 7 on your main, there's no need to do it again. And those of you with enough Mastery points will end up at even higher levels.
Nossa, então os caras com 4kk de maestria já vai ter maestria 50 já.
We'll be back again as we get closer to launch in the first half of the year with more info on this updated system.
Tá, é só um sistema de tipo... Beleza. Então não vai ser aquele... Tá. É difícil. Porque assim... O que acontece? Quando você... O sistema de maestria, eu acho o sistema de maestria meio esquisito. Porque tipo... O que acontece? Quando você pega a maestria 5, qualquer campeão, você precisa ter, acho que você precisa tirar 2 S's em partidas pra você ganhar o emblema de maestria pra você habilitar a maestria 6. Então, o que acontece? Mesmo que você jogue muito com seu campeão, você tenha, sei lá, 1kk, só que maestria 5, significa que você só joga, você não é o melhor com esse campeão. E aí, beleza. Só que assim, um cara que tem 1kk, mano, o cara vai ter umas partidas que ele vai tirar S. Tá ligado? Só que será que o cara é muito bom mesmo? Sabe? Então, tipo, sei lá. E aí, vai subindo a maestria e vai subindo essa questão. Eu não tô julgando, eu não tô falando que a sistema de maestria é ruim. Eu acho ele esquisito. Dessa maneira, vai ficar mais esquisito ainda, eu acho. Porque, tipo, um cara que tem, sei lá, 5kk de maestria com o Ramos. Putz, Lord Semi, por exemplo. Lord Semi tem não sei quantos kk de maestria com o Ramos. Quando mudar, ele vai ser maestria 10 pra cima. Beleza? Só que, tipo, isso é um negócio que vai exponenciando e vai ser uncap, tá ligado? Só vai subindo e vai subindo. Então você não vai ter mais aquele negócio de, não, eu preciso jogar bem com esse campeão pra eu tirar S, pra eu poder pegar um negócio de maestria pra eu upar minha maestria, tá ligado? Sei lá, ela vai perder um pouco o sentido se for só realmente sobre jogar. Só se eles vão colocar um sistema de não, tem que colocar um negocinho, não, tem que... Tipo, não, você tem que tirar S pra cima pra você ir habilitando os próximos níveis. Aí beleza, mas se for só de jogar, aí fica meio weird. Mas tudo bem, vambora. Coisas novas pro ano que vem. Quer dizer, pra esse ano, né, na verdade. 2024. Modos. Tá.
Hey everyone, I'm Eduardo Cadmus Cortejoso,
Eduardo.
and I'm the team lead for game modes on League of Legends.
Hi, I'm Selena Choo-Choo Trang Liu, the delivery lead on the most team.
Choo-choo
So last year, we released Arena and we received a huge amount of support from all of you. We brought it back in December to test out some changes and make some improvements. We're happy
Arena
to share,
foi um
though,
bagulho.
that it's coming back again in the first half of this year with even more improvements.
Eles têm
Our
que deixar o
goal
modo
for the
Arena aí
next iteration of
forever.
Arena is to increase champion diversity, improve game-to-game variance, and foster even more experimentation. One of our favorite parts of Arena is the ability to play some fun and wacky combinations that wouldn't and maybe shouldn't work in Summoner's Rift. So we want to encourage that with some more targeted changes to gameplay and game balance. The biggest change you'll see is that we're increasing the number of teams from 4 teams of 2 to 8 teams of 2, for a total of 16 players in each game of Arena,
Isso é legal.
making Arena a 2v2, v2, 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 v2. This means that you'll face different teams more often, have more chances at redemption, and maybe get out early or crush the competition if you're really doing well.
Tá.
You can also expect to see some new augments, new maps, and some other improvements that we're still right now exploring.
Legal.
Outside of Arena, we are also bringing back more game modes this year.
Urfi, cadê o
Earth will be back
surfzinho?
for Lunar New Year, and then
Yes.
we'll be following that up with One for All.
Todos por
We'll be sure to
todos por
update you
legal.
later in the year about what modes are going to come out after that.
Todos por legal.
Oh, and one last thing. Even with all the work happening on Arena last year, we still have something else cooking behind the scenes.
We're experimenting with yet another new mode that, like Arena, will be a totally different take on core League gameplay. But unlike Arena, this will be a little bit more of a chill way to spend time with your friends. We don't want to spoil too much yet, so we'll be back later this year to share more.
Good luck, have fun, and we'll see you in ARAM, Arena, Earth, OFA, and TBD.
Tá. Eu acho que a Riot às vezes perde a oportunidade de deixar um negócio que a galera tá gostando. Eu nunca joguei uma partida de arena até hoje. Nunca. Eu acho que a Riot perde a oportunidade de falar assim, putz, o arena tá dando tão certo, a galera tá jogando tanto. Eu acho que tá sendo jogado mais que o URF. Porra, deixa lá, mano. Deixa o modo lá. Saca? Que nem o TFT. TFT virou um jogo novo. Faz o modo arena virar um negocinho novo também. E deixa lá. E deixa esses modos rotativos pra outras coisas. Pro URF, pro todos por um, por toda essa coisa, tá ligado? Deixa lá, que nem o Aran. O Aran é um modo completamente diferente. Com as próprias mecânicas. Bota, deixa o Aran e o Arena. E o Samuel's Rift. Acabou. Tá ligado? E aí você faz o modo rotativo no mapa de Summoner's Rift, que é o URF, o Todos por Um e entre outros. Aí você faz alguns modos específicos que acompanham com a lore. Por exemplo, tinha aquele modo lá das Guardiões Estelares. Caraca, era muito foda. Que era o modo PvE. Que era você e um time com uma das Guardiões Estelares lá, MF, Lux, whatever, contra uns bichos. E você tinha que matar os bichos. Cara, era muito legal. Era mó da hora. O Doombot também, que tinha o botzão super poderoso lá que você tinha que matar. Puta, muito da hora também. Saca? Mas deixa o Arena lá bonitinho. A galera gosta pra caramba, joga pra caramba a Arena. Antes de...
Last year, we spent some time behind the scenes working on updating League's anti-cheat and bot detection software, as our current version had fallen behind the times.
Exatamente.
This was compounded by the security breach earlier in the year,
Exato.
which increased our
Nossa,
vulnerability
isso.
to botting and cheating. And a pretty
passado.
consistent piece of feedback that we've been hearing from you all is the high number of bots in games, disrupted smurfs in ranked, and an increase in scripting.
Sim.
We know this has been a consistent pain point in League, so it's been something we've been
Dá
working on fixing.
respirada forte aqui.
One of our goals this year is to maintain and improve the competitive integrity in all of your League games, whether it's in ranked or normals, Clash, Arena, whatever. So in late February or early March, we're bringing Vanguard. Vanguard is our proprietary anti-cheat and anti-botting software that's been active in Valorant since the beginning. We've seen a huge amount of success in their ability to catch and stop cheaters in their games. And we expect to see similar results when we implement it in League.
Similar to Valorant's version of Vanguard, Leagues will run at the kernel level. This is becoming standard for strong anti-cheat software in gaming, as cheat and bot makers are quick to adapt. If you don't run at this level, they will, and thereby evade all of the anti-cheat software as a result. Now, Vanguard offers us the ability to catch bots and cheaters as quickly and effectively as possible. It also gives us the opportunity to do things like hardware ban offenders and terminate matches in which a cheater is detected.
Isso aqui é doideira, tá? Isso aqui é bom demais, tá? Isso aqui é muito bom. Cara, você tem noção de você tá jogando lá. Aí no time inimigo você tem aquele cogmal, aquele Xerath script, que desvia de tudo e acerta todas as habilidades. De no meio da partida encerrada, achamos um cheater aqui, pá, volta pro lobby. Acho que ninguém perde ponto, ninguém perde nada, todo mundo tranquilo, ninguém ganha ponto, ninguém ganha nada. Ali, só tipo, a partida é encerrada, reseta, volta, e o cara é banido. E aí ele falou, tipo, banir o sistema, o software do cara. Então, tipo assim, ban de IP, ban de... Tipo assim, banir o programa que o cara tá usando, tá ligado? Isso é gigante, tá? Parabéns, you're right. Agora sim.
Yeah, refunding loss of LP for everybody except the person cheating, of course.
Isso é bom.
Now, we know that there's a question and concern of data privacy around kernel-level anti-cheat. This is something that came up with Vanguard and Valorant as well, and we want to take a moment to tackle those concerns up front here.
Tá.
Vanguard does not collect or process any personal information differently from our current anti-cheat software. We don't need or want to know anything more about you or your machine other than what is necessary to maintain integrity when playing our games. Now, if you already have Vanguard installed because you've played Valorant, you won't need to do anything else, and you can continue as normal. But if you haven't, starting in a few weeks, you'll be required to install Vanguard in order to play League.
We know that this may be a meaningful change, but we're very confident it will lead to an overall better League experience for everyone.
Isso é bom.
We'll be sure to communicate with you all as the changes go live, and to let you know how things are going afterwards. All right, we're gonna hand things back off to the dev team now for an update on some of the skins coming to League this year.
Eu só espero que não bugue esse negócio do Vanguard. Que, tipo, a galera que já tinha o Vanguard por causa do Valorant, agora vai ser necessário pro League of Legends. E que não deu um bug no sistema, aí, tipo, ah, você precisa instalar de novo. Ou, tipo, não estamos achando o Vanguard no seu, sabe? Aí fica mais estressante do que deveria ser. Mas, se tudo funcionar bem, tudo ser tranquilo, vai ser maravilhoso. Vamos falar de skins!
It's like trying to craft a unique fantasy where you can't have any kind of costuming on the stretch locations and like the thighs, the elbows, so you're kind of isolated.
Vamos falar de dinheiro agora.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie 100 Piece Nuggets Leong, the skins team lead.
And I'm Thomas Ranby, aka Riot Hylia, the concept art lead for skins. Today we're going to talk a bit about some of the upcoming thematics for League, some of our goals for 2024, and we're going to give you all an update on our ASUs. But first, I believe we owe you an updated prestige skin list.
Yes, we do.
Ta-da! Oh.
In the first half of the year, you can expect prestige skins for Rakan, Ezreal, Kindred, Evelynn, and Kayle in that order. We'll be back later in the year to give you all an update on the second half of the year. We also wanted to give you all an update on our 2 ASUs. Lee Sin's base is finalized, and we've been working through his extensive skin catalog. We spent a lot of time testing out his animations to make sure we didn't impact his smooth gameplay, and have been sure to similarly focus on this with his skins. We're really excited to put him and his newly unbroken neck into your hands, and you can expect to bring him onto the Rift in early May. We did want to give you a heads up that we have run into a few challenges with Teemo. Such a troublemaker.
Mischievous.
Ugh, seriously. His ASU is taking us a bit longer than we originally intended, and we're currently figuring out our updated timelines, but we'll be back with an update later this year with a sweeper to let you know when to expect an updated Swift Scout on the Rift.
Tá ficando legal, tio.
All right. Now on to the new and returning skin thematics of the year. So first up, we're going to be celebrating the Lunar New Year with a brand new thematic called Heaven's Scale, which pays homage to the rich cultural heritage of the holiday. In the world of Heaven's Scale, a curious court of deities take on human guises and descend from their palaces in the clouds to take part in the mortal celebrations below. So Heaven's Scale's design fantasy skews a bit more heavily into ancient historical divinity and garments in order to distance itself from our more modern takes on the Lunar New Year, like lunar beasts or firecracker. We wanted to take care to preserve the majestic and beautiful designs while also keeping a fun and celebratory tone in line with the spirit of the holiday. We also have another brand new thematic coming up that delves into a world where primal instinct reigns supreme, called Primal Ambush. Primal Ambush draws heavy inspiration from the refined skill of martial artists and the raw, fierce strength of tigers themselves. We wanted to show some love to our Southeast Asian players in particular with this thematic. We really drew a ton of inspiration from that region, the fashions of those cultures, where tigers naturally live and hold a great deal of cultural significance.
We'll also have the return of some established thematics like porcelain, recent favorite fairy court, as well as some well-loved thematics we haven't visited in a few years, like Project and Blood Moon. And you can expect to see all of these come out before summer this year.
We've also been taking a look at some improvements we can make outside of just what new skins we're releasing. So some of our older legendaries, for instance, were released before we started adding content such as legendary borders. So we're going to be going back to add them to skins that missed out. This includes skins such as Brolov, Mundo, and Dragon Trainer Tristana. Trist will actually be live in just a few days.
And finally, we have some skins coming out for champions who haven't had as much love in a little bit. As of filming, Rammus is currently sitting in the 1000-day club, and Olaf is hot on his tail.
All right, well, that's it for us for now. We're going to hand things over to the esports team, who will give you an update on the competitive side of League that we definitely should have been drafted for.
Yep, absolutely.
Silver 2.
I am iron.
Tá bom. Esports.
Hi everyone, I'm Nazala Taha.
And I'm Chris Greeley.
And we are so excited to kick off the 14th season of LoL Esports. And we want to give you a look at some of our plans for 2024. So let's start by talking about our global events, MSI and Worlds.
We want our international events to have a strong regional representation so that the best teams from each region can fight it out on the global stage. This year, we're making it so that there are 3 base slots for the LPL, LCK, LEC, and LCS at Worlds.
3! Puta, ele vai falar que é uma só pro CBLOL.
With new ways for teams and regions to earn additional slots. The LLA, CBLOL, PCS, and the VCS will have their slots remain unchanged.
Meu Deus! A gente nunca vai sair da fase de grupo. Nunca vai.
And we're keeping the same double elim format from MSI 2023, but we're going to up the stakes even more this year. For the first time ever, the winning MSI team will be awarded a guaranteed spot at Worlds, which also counts as an additional slot for their region.
Legal, caralho, que é legal. Porra, não. Aí, velho. Aí ia ser... mano. Mano. Pô, sempre quem ganha é China e Coreia. Né? Beleza. China e Coreia ganha. Vai lá. A SKT ganhou o MSI do ano que vem, desse ano. Beleza. Significa o quê? Que no ano que vem, que no Mundial, vão ter 4 times coreanos. Vai ter o time que ganhou e mais 3.
And the next best performing region at MSI will secure an additional world seed.
China e Coreia agora garantem mais uma, né? Mais uma vaga.
Their region.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see the increased competition at MSI this year.
And while we're talking about MSI, we wanted to share that this year's MSI will be held from May 1st through the 19th in Chengdu, China. This is the first time we've brought a global Lolly sports event to this vibrant city, and we're so excited to see the amazing crowds there cheer on their favorite teams. And we'll be back with more updates on MSI the closer we get to the event.
Last year in Korea, we announced that Worlds would be returning to Europe, with the finals taking place in London, England at the O2 Arena. Today, we wanted to let you know where the rest of the tournament will be held.
Well, we'll be kicking off Worlds in Berlin at our newly remodeled esports arena for the play-ins and Swiss stages. Then we'll head to the Adidas Arena in Paris, France for quarterfinals and semifinals. Fans brought so much energy to the Paris finals in 2019, and we're really excited to see what you all do for not just one, but 2 stages of Worlds there.
Worlds will run from September 24th through November 2nd. And we'll be back later this year as we get closer to the event to announce ticket sales dates.
Now, as we embark on the 2024 season, we are so proud to commemorate 14 remarkable years of Lolly Sports. Throughout this decade and a half, we've witnessed pro players from around the world leave their mark, displaying incredible resilience, mastery of League of Legends gameplay, and inspiring millions of fans across the globe. To celebrate those who have made a lasting impact on the game, the sport, and the community,
Hall of Fame?
Honor their legacies, we are proud to introduce the
Hall
Lolly
of
Sports
Legends.
Hall of Legends.
Caraca. There are a number of pro players worthy of being
Se o primeiro não for o Faker, eu sou a geladeira, tá?
inducted into our unique version of a Hall of Fame. So we've gathered an independent voting panel of esports industry veterans and experts from every region around the world to vote and select our very first inductee.
Já fala agora, se essa primeira pessoa não for o Faker, eu sou a geladeira.
Year, those inducted into the Hall of Legends will have their historic careers celebrated both IRL and in-game. Now, we're currently collecting votes.
Vai ter uma skin só do Faker, assim. Pá, Faker Hall of Fame de, sei lá, de Ryze, de Ari, de Zyra, sei lá. Vai ter só, pá, Faker.
And we'll be back later this year to share more.
Não, é sério, gente. É sério. Se não for o Faker, Faker nático não é, mano. Não é, mano. O Faker é o League of Legends, cara. O Faker é o League of Legends. Se não for o Faker, eu sou a geladeira.
And finally, all of our regional leagues are gearing up for the start of the 2024 competitive season. You can tune in on lolesports.com beginning January 13th to keep up with all of your favorite teams and pros.
We can't wait to watch the 2024 Lolly Sports season with all of you. Good luck and have fun on your climbs. Thank you in advance for tuning in and supporting your favorite teams and leagues. Now, here's Riot Brightmoon and Medler to wrap us up.
All right, before we go, we wanted to remind you that we're celebrating a special birthday for League this year. We are turning 15. We are so close to being able to finally drive a car.
Well, in the US at least. But we're looking forward to celebrating with you all later this year. We're not doing new game announcements this time. This year is all about League and celebrating our 15th birthday with all of you.
Bom.
So look forward to the celebrations coming in October.
Outubro.
And as a reminder, don't forget to check out the dev blogs that go into more detail on some of the topics we discussed today. We'll also be back with our regular dev updates as usual after this video. So we'll be seeing you soon.
Best of luck on your climbs, and welcome to season 2024.
Show. Vambora. Gostei. Muitas mudanças, muitas coisas novas. Que é isso aqui? É o Trinda? Ai, é a Cinematic! É um teaser da Cinematic. É o Trinda. Aí, tá bonito, tá? É um teaserzinho da Cinematic de abertura. Ih, Brasil, 10 de janeiro. Nossa senhora.